First off, can you start by introducing yourselves?
Okay. I'm Sophie Matthews.
I'm Chris Green. Together we make up GreenMatthews.
And we tour themed concert and music shows, mostly to theatres and art centres.
What is it about your job that you like?
Actually, for me, it's mostly the travelling. If we get to play in some pretty amazing places, we get to meet some rather amazing people, and we never work in the same place twice. That's the thing I think I enjoy most about it. What about you?
Because we tour our own shows, we're able to have complete creative control over what we do. So actually, we get to make a living out of playing music that we want to play. It's really liberating. It's a massive privilege, and we get to play in some wonderful spaces. So tonight's venue, we're playing at the Kettering Arts Centre, which happens to be in a really beautiful church.
So why did you choose this genre of music?
We've both always been interested in music and also interested in history. And ultimately, if you kind of go far enough back into history, this is where you end up. So we play music from really the Middle Ages through to the early 20th century. And it allows us to indulge our love of music and our love of history at the same time.
Also, most of the music that we play is rooted in folk music, and so we're able to explore different and how the folk music, kind of mostly from the British Isles, sort of changes over time. We also play folk music from France as well, so we're able to kind of compare the different traditions, which can be really interesting.
What era of history do you think are you performing tonight in?
Well, actually, we're doing the whole lot tonight. We're starting in the Middle Ages and we're ending up just before the First World War, and we're going to pack that into 90 minutes.
So the show is called A Brief History of Music, and that's what we do.
How did you start as a company?
Over to you.
We met a very long time ago when we were both performing in medieval banquets. We met at the Tales of Robin Hood. I was Maid Marian and Chris was one of our court minstrels. I suppose the rest, as they say, is history. We left the Tales and kind of started playing music together as well, and wanted to set up our own company. So we started playing banquets and selling banquets to different venues, and then we're more interested in the music of that rather than the sort of show side of it. So that kind of evolved and developed to where we are now, really.
So can you tell us about your individual roles in the company, what instruments you specialise in?
I play stringed instruments and instruments with keys, so I'm originally a guitarist, and basically what you find is that if you play one instrument in a family, it's fairly easy to jump sideways onto other ones. So for this show, as well as guitar, I play mandocello, which is like a sort of big mandolin. I play lute, which is a sort of early guitar, and I play sitar, which is another sort of early guitar. I also play piano accordion as well. Again, I play piano, so it's effectively a piano that you strap around yourself and play with bellows, but it's much the same thing, really.
And I'm a woodwind player, so my first study when I was at school was the flute, and again, in terms of sort of moving to other instruments in a family, it's relatively easy. So I will be playing tonight, I'll be playing recorders, I'll be playing shawms, which are a kind of early oboe, I'll be playing a range of other Renaissance woodwind instruments, and 3 different kinds of bagpipe. I'm primarily a bagpiper these days, and mostly I play English bagpipes. They're much, much quieter than the Scottish Highland ones, which for an indoor gig, everybody's always very grateful for that. So I'm a woodwind specialist. In terms of when we're not performing, obviously the gigs are the outward facing bits, but there's a lot of work to get us here. So mostly I deal with all the gig inquiries. I'm the one who acts as an agent for us. I do most of our sort of tour management, if you want to call it that.
And I mostly write the shows.
You write the shows
and do the driving.
Design websites and do the recording.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.